nagkakaroon
Because
ng
Atong Ang was a Duterte guy, right? He started this online gambling during the President Duterte's term,
okay.
right?
Yes, yes. So, he
Yeah.
was
So, when they see Atong Ang, they say,
kalaban. Ganun
Duterte,
ba?
you know?
Okay.
Mali po yung yung tingin nyo na DDS ako kasi hindi ko binabanatan si Sara Duterte. Pero
Yan,
you
okay.
have to appreciate that I'm really consistent. Anti-Marcos po talaga ako.
Okay, ayan po ang maiinit na interview nitong si Attorney Rowena Guanzon. Okay, so yan po ang ipapakita natin, itong interview niya sa One News. At nabanggit pa doon, heto na nga, grabe. May binulgar itong si Rowena Guanzon na ipinaalam natin sa taong bayan na nagdo-drawing na pala. Meron ng drawing na nangyari dito sa kaso ng mga missing sabongeros. At nabanggit ang pangalan ni Rimulya. Rimulya, totoo bang nagdo-drawing ka pa? Hey! Yan ang ating itatalakay dito ha. Kung kasi si Atong Ang parang si Atong Ang DDS ito Maka Duterte ito. Iko-connect natin itong sabongero drawing. Grabe. At pag-usapan rin natin na nabanggit ni Attorney Rowena Guanzon na hindi naman talaga siya DDS. Pero bakit ngayon ang mga DDS ay gustong makita at gusto yung mga ginagawa ni Rowena Guanzon, itong mga DDS? Why? Tayong mga DDS pala. Kasi si Rowena Guanzon is very consistent. Kakamping siya, di ba? Pumupunta pa nga yan sa rally ng mga kakamping. At kitang-kita natin doon sa rally na yun na galit na galit siya kay Bongbong Marcos. Hanggang hindi ko maiintindihan na ito mga kakamping na mga ilang mga kakampings ay tahimik sila ngayon sa ginagawa ni Bongbong Marcos kasi pumapabor sa kanila di ba? Yung nakalaya si Dilima, di ba? Nung nahuli si Tatay Digong, tahimik sila ng pambabatikos ng Marcos administration. Pero itong si Rowena Guanzon that claims to be a kakamping ay consistent. Hindi man niya binabanatan si VP Sara, pero consistent siya kung paano niya binabanatan at binabatikos ang mga Marcos hanggang ngayon. Ayaw niya pa rin. Consistent siya. Binatikos pa rin niya ang mga maling ginagawa ng Marcos administration. Okay? So, yun po ang ating pakikinggan dito sa interview na ito at ire-react natin ito kasi marami po mga revelasyon dito Okay? Pero guys, bago ang lahat, help me po muna na i-like at saka i-share itong video na ito para guys, kakalat ito sa taong bayan. Okay? Sabay-sabay muna tayong mag-like and share sa Donmar TV. Itong video na ito, like and share. 1, 2, 3, go! Okay, naka-like and share na ba lahat? And also guys, sa mga bago pa lang dito sa aking channel, mag-subscribe na po kayo para lagi kayong updated sa ating mga balita. And at the same time, yung mga cellphone ninyo, ma-notify yan kung meron tayong breaking news, bagong uploads, o kung nagla-live ang ating channel. Ma-notify kayo lahat dyan. Kaya mahalaga po na mag-subscribe tayo sa Donmar TV. 1, 2, 3, go! Ayan, nakasubscribe na ba lahat? Okay. So, without further ado, simulan natin i-react ang interview nitong si Attorney Rowena Guanzon. Okay, Ma'am Rowena Guanzon, pasok!
Because Atong Ang was a Duterte guy, right? He started this online gambling during the President Duterte's term, right?
Yes, yes. So,
Yeah.
he was
So, when they see Atong Ang, they say,
kalaban. Ganun ba?
Duterte. You know?
Okay.
So, there's a convergence.
Dito mo talaga tama yung mga hinala natin na itong missing sa Bugiro case na issue ay binabahiran pa rin ng pamumulitika. Ako in my opinion, mahilig si Rimulya ng ganyan eh. In my opinion, yan ang the way I observe Rimulya ha. Mahilig siya sa ganyan. Rimulya. Hindi ko maiintindihan o siguro hindi ko lang alam ha kung si Rimulya ba at si Bongbong Marcos, ito ba silang dalawa ay talagang maganda yung kanilang relasyon o nagkakampihan ba itong dalawa? Di ko lang alam kung why? Rimulya, why? Huwag mong sabihin, malilikot yung mga isip ng mga taong bayan na huwag mong sabihin na may nakita ko sa mga comment section ha, nagsasabi doon na baka si Rimulya ha, may reward yan kay Ma'am Shi. Sana naman wala, okay? Pero kaya nga nagtatanong tayo ha. Hindi ko talaga maintindihan.
He said, between EJK and the missing Sabongeros in Taal Lake. I mean, it's kind of far-fetched, but gusto niya i-drawing eh.
Gusto niyang i-drawing. Papunta na yun eh. Abangan nyo ang susunod na kabanata kasi ang missing Sabongeros, papunta na ito kay Duterte. Nakakulong na nga imagine, nakakulong na nga yung tao pero siya pa rin may kasalanan.
Gusto niya talaga i-drawing. So, I'm still waiting for his affidavit. This
Si Rimulya ang tinutukoy niya dito
Dondon. But
na dinodrawing yung
So, hindi pa kumpleto
there's no
talaga,
affidavit.
Wala pa, up to now.
Not
Wala
that
pang-
I have seen in the news. There's no affidavit. And
pasensya na biniblur ko ang background ha kasi iniiwasan kong magka-copyright tayo.
confessions confession alone is not enough.
It's not enough.
It has to be corroborated by another witness.
Right. How about the
But he doesn't say that in that meeting he was there.
hindi niya sinabi.
I don't think so.
Sabi niya he's just privy. Privy lang siya dun sa meeting na yon. Ganun
I
ba?
don't know because that meeting is a meeting by investors.
Oh.
That's the A investors, right?
Yeah.
Yung whistleblower ang tinutukoy dito ni Rowena Guanzon ha.
Yeah.
And I suppose that is a very elite group of rich people.
So is it safe to say that's all politics? It all na talagang ano ba to? The deeper workings of this is all politics.
I think the politics.
Papunta na dyan. Politik. Kasi alam mo, hindi ko kilala itong nag-interview kay Rowena Guanzon ha. Alam mo sir, dyan naman talaga magaling ang Marcos administration, ang pamumulitika. Ha? Pero ang infrastruktura natin, mga healthcare service natin, yung krimen natin, nga tayong lahat.
Came at the end.
At the end.
I saw an opportunity that this alias Dondon is crying, and he lost in the last elections. And Atong
Yes,
Ang said
right.
that he donated 12 million to him. He was fine before he lost the elections. Apparently. After he lost the elections, he's now pinning it on Atong Ang. And then I saw Attorney Lorna Kapunan saying that it was recorded.
Yeah.
What alias Dondon didn't know was that call of his friend was recorded, that his friend was suggesting to Atong Ang, why don't you just give Dondon 300 million so he will just bring his family out of the country. So that was Attorney Kapunan said, well, that's extortion. And
But-
we have the tape of that.
Si Attorney Attorney Kapunan, I don't know if didn't she, ang sabi is or chismis lang that she na raw.
She withdrew.
She withdrew
Yes.
as the counsel for
Yes.
Atong Ang. Is that that's correct?
Yeah.
Is that true?
I don't think it's because it's a weak case. I think that lawyers like Lorna Kapunan, I think mainly, of course, it has to come from her. She's one of the prosecutors in the impeachment case versus VP Sara.
Okay,
So
okay.
so maybe she thinks that it's not good to be politicized. no?
Right. Para hindi siya mabahiran ng politika.
Yeah,
she
she doesn't want to get into the middle of this, kasi there's already a political side to it.
That's right.
Diba?
That's right.
Although it does not disqualify her from being prosecutor, she is bound by her code of ethics.
So, parang yan, Commissioner, hindi siya itong case na to, if you look at it from the point of POV nung kay Dondon alias Totoy, so hindi siya, it's not a strong case against Atong Ang.
Well, if it were a strong case, how come up to now he has no affidavit? Because he's still drawing it.
Ganun ba?
Kaya palang walang affidavit. Drawing pa. Hindi pa tapos ang drawing masyadong nalilito pa siya saan papunta ang drawing eh. Hindi nga nila alam kung anong hitsura ng drawing ito eh. Hindi nila alam kung anong hitsura. Basta papunta ito kay Duterte, di ba?
Okay.
Yung drawing pa niya. Or his lawyers, or his handlers. Okay? Kasi,
But where does the of the DOJ of Secretary Remulla come into play?
well,
paano kasi
they have to wait for Don Don's affidavit and they must make sure there are corroborating witnesses, right? But that's kind of hard to do, because that's an elite group, the alpha investors. You have to have a cock farm. You must be breeding fighting cocks to be able to invest as alpha so that you can enter your fighting cocks there in the sabong or the derby. Not anyone who can afford the shares can enter. You have to have a cock. You have to be a breeder, and so that's an elite group, no? And it's hard to imagine that elite group will have a meeting about whether or not they will have this chope sabongeros killed because it's bad for their business. We're not trivializing the grief of their families.
Yes.
No. But if he's saying it's Atong Ang was the mastermind, he's got to do better than this story. The
That's
trouble is he can no longer backtrack and change his story.
Kasi lahat ng media has
Nasabi niya na eh.
Nasabi niya na.
Wala nang- And he mentioned the name of a general who got angry. So when the general
Tapos
got
he
angry,
retracted.
yes, he retracted. Yeah.
Oo.
Because he has no evidence. I mean, who knows? He might show a video or what that Atong Ang ordered it or whatever.
Pero itong of late, merong ilang beses na yung kanilang so-called expedition there in Taal Lake.
I know.
Merong nag-surface na may nakita naman na
Bones.
bodies daw and
Bodies?
and
No,
exactly where-
bones.
Yeah, bones. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, bones. Na exactly how he said it. So
You know exactly where he said
where he
it
said,
would be?
well, parang lumalabas na it was because of his knowledge about these things na alam nila kung saan hahanapin at saan
Yeah, but
i-retrieve.
these Batangueños know, these Caviteños know that Taal was really a dumping ground of these murderers.
Imagine that one ito, para sa akin ha, yung mga nakuha nilang mga sako-sakong mga buto, hindi na kasi masyadong mapagkakatiwalaan. Kasi it's very familiar. I mean, it is known. Ang Taal Lake na yan ay dumping areas ng mga krimen. Marami. Hindi na natin alam, no? Maraming mga dinadump dyan na hindi pa natin natutuklasan sino yung anong krimen yan. Ganun. Okay? Sasabihin dito ni Rowena Guanzon na mismo nga si Vilma Santos nagrereklamo na patungkol dito. Okay, pakinggan niyo.
Governor Vilma Santos has already called for please, sabi niya, sobriety. Because our fishermen are already losing their income. I don't
Di ba? Kasi ano dyan anong tawag dyan? Maganda yung pwesto na dumping area for mga ginugurgur. Ngayon naman, itong si Vilma Santos, Governor Vilma Santos is calling for all yung mga gumagawa ng mga nagda-dump dyan is wag naman. Kasi po, meron po mga fishermans tayo na naghahanap buhay at na naapektuhan na yung negosyo. Sino ba naman gustong kumain ng isda doon na doon dinadump? Hindi natin alam yung mga isda na yun kumakain ng mga patay na tao Di ba? Kaya si Vilma Santos lumabas nga yung lumabas yung post ng mga netizen na kakain pa ba kayo ng isda galing sa Taal Lake? No?
bite Willis anymore, It's true. And, they dive there every day. And, people know there's there are mga bangkay there, So, again, the question is, there is no crime if there's no body of the crime, right? They're looking for a corpus delicti.
Corpus
Okay,
delicti, yes.
How are you gonna identify these missing sabongeros with the bones? Wala nang bone marrow. You can, if
So
there's
it's no
bone
longer,
marrow, you can DNA.
It's not eligible for DNA.
I don't know if there's hair there, I guess, DNA, but the bones. And then Dr. Fortun is a forensic expert, said that she's worried that the Coast Guard just dumped the bones there on the ground to be contaminated. And so if the evidence is contaminated, how are you going to prove?
Di ba? Kasi hindi yan papasa sa korte Alam yan ni Ma'am Rowena Guanzon.
Nobody else touched it and added the bone of somebody that they can identify. So it just shows you that it's very lousy police work. Right? In the first place.
Yan ang tatak Marcos. Yan ang ligasiya ni Marcos. Ligasiya ni Rimulya. Ligasiya ni Torre.
Okay. So they're saying that
Kaya nako.
he's saying that he turned over these men to the police. He turned them over to the police and he didn't know that they were gonna kill them, ganon. Or he turned them over, he left them with this trusted guy, and then he left. So he really didn't see, that they killed him. But he's saying that they killed him. They killed them. Pero hindi naman niya nakita that they were killed. So he's now implicating several police people who are now, I think, under investigation.
That's very interesting, Commissioner. No, tama nga naman yung ano mo. I'm with you on that lalo na how can you pursue a case without medyo nagda-drag on na to, ilang 2 linggo na ba? Wala pa siyang affidavit. Ngayon ko lang nga naisip, dapat yun, di ba, for starting off with a case, dapat meron ka ng, ikaw lalong ganun ka, dapat meron ka na nga namang
di ba, confession?
affidavit. Confession.
Di ba? Every time ikaw, whistleblower ka, di ko maintindihan kung bakit hanggang ngayon wala kang affidavit, di ba? Dapat matagal na yan, nakalagay na yan lahat. Kasi ginagawan pa ninyo ng script. Nakakatawa nga ito eh.
He is confessing that he was part of this scheme. That he was ordered by Atong Ang to deliver those to the policemen. But he did not say that Atong Ang told him deliver this to the policemen and have them killed. Because he's also trying to avoid,
That's right.
you know, having to admit that he also knew that he turned them over to be killed.
Pero what would happen? When you think about it naman, sige, we're talking about 100 sabongeros on the missing. Ano naman ang reason kung bakit sila gaganunin? So,
Because, yun nga, they said, Chope, they
Chope?
cheated. They cheated.
they cheated.
Okay, so, if they cheated, you have to look at the operation siguro of this online gambling eh. That's why I want to ask Jun Santiago and all these people who don't engage in online. Because, you know, my father was a cock breeder also. And fighting cocks part of my life. You know, I woke up in this world with a cock crowing, you know. So, I know cockfighting. I know a little bit of cock breeding and the derbies, you know. So, you have to look at these operations eh. I just don't know how they do that, but I understand. May mga sultada na medyo class C or class D, gano'n, na mababa yung...
Logis, ganyan.
Mababa siguro yung mga patat, yung bets ba. But certainly not the alpha. So, ang tanong pa doon is, lahat ba yan? Direct control yan ni Atong Ang? Or this guy, this Don na he seems to be the right-hand man sa operations. Di ba? He's in charge of security.
Right.
He's in charge of maintenance, ganyan. He even has his own security agency.
Kaya ano nga very close nga daw talaga sila eh. Para nga daw anak
16
And
years.
he owns the security
Atong,
agency
yeah, right.
that the companies of Atong Ang
very
hired.
well trusted. Di ba?
Oo, and he owns the security agency.
Oo.
Di ba? Iba yun. May sarili siyang negosyo.
Politica all the way.
Wait muna ha. Forward natin.
Eto na. Okay.
He has to connect. You specifically connect Mr. Atong Ang to the murder of at least one.
Grabe.
I mean,
Not even the 100, just
Ito
one.
na ha.
oo, talagang nakita niya. Nandun siya nung nag-order si Atong Ang na papatay ng mga chope na yan.
Tama.
Di ba? You know, in that language ba? Di ba? Parang, kasi, I mean, alam ko naman na talagang hindi naman, talagang lulumpuhin ng mga tao yung mga madadaya sa bulangan sa cockpit, di ba? Pero sa online gambling, iba. Kasi they video it, so you can review.
That's right.
Oh.
May ano pa may mga, kumbaga may slow motion pa nga yan. Pwede mong...
Parang tennis ba? Parang out ang ball o in the ball. Parang volleyball.
Di ba?
Replay yun eh.
That's right.
I mean, pwede namang pag
mabigat din pala yung ano ng DOJ and alias Toto for him to even pin this down on Atong Ang, no?
Oh, it's a big job.
A big job,
it's the story is vague. Di ba? And incomplete. Who knows, baka next week he might be able to say something.
Yeah.
Baka naman he's just not articulate, you know? Kaya lang he keeps on kasi pinning down somebody na will deny. Biro mo naman yun. Sasabihin mo, yung general na yun, kasabwat. Siyempre, he's gonna get angry, right? I mean, he keeps on implicating people. Even the lawyer, Attorney Carol Cruz. Attorney Carol Cruz will raise her hand to have somebody killed. I mean, that's... Diba, you don't make money that way, you know? Yung lawyers don't.
Kasi maraming nagdududa sa whistleblower na yan eh.
Especially women lawyers, you know?
Right.
It's really,
So, it's safe to say talaga
it's
na, sinasabi mo kanina.
credible.
Right, it's
Oh.
incredible. And then, ano lang tayo, wait and see lang tayo with what's going to be happening.
Yeah,
Kasi
but
everything.
yes, but in the meantime, people are being, it's cooking in their heads.
Correct.
Atong Ang is a bad guy,
Yan
He's
ang
capable.
magaling sila Rimulya dyan. Di ba? Kahit very obvious na parang hindi mapagkatiwalaan yung whistleblower, hinahayaan nila. Kasi meron naman talagang taong maniniwala sa social media, yung hindi masyadong nagre-research. Itong si Atong Ang talagang mamamatay tao, ganon, ganyan, di ba? Yan na nangyari rin kay Teves Duda ako dyan. Kay Bantag, yun. Ito, panibago na naman. Ganyan ang Marcos administration. Hindi mo talaga mahanap yung tamang istorya ng isang kaso. Matatampered ka agad kasi ang daming satsat daming yabang
He's capable. You're not asking, what's this guy's evidence? What are the facts?
Correct.
But they just keep it, Atong Ang, he's not a nice guy, he keeps on changing girlfriends,
Well, hindi lang it's not just into cocks, no, into also the chicks.
Well, as he said,
Not into cocks, but also into chicks. Tumpa ka.
so the TV, he said, I'm just a lover boy. Sabi, I'm not a murderer. I'm just a lover boy. You kasi, you have so many beautiful girlfriends, di ba?
Bakit lang pati raw we were talking about it,
Kaya inggit sila kaya
si Secretary Panelo, we were talking about it. Sabi ko, kaya siguro naging unlucky naman si Presidente Duterte kasi 13 lang ang girls niya. That's a very unlucky number. Unlucky tuloy na problema niya. Di ba?
Hey.
Digong talagang, was a womanizer.
Talaga,
Di ba? That's why I think, the marriage didn't work. But, again, iba yung womanizer, iba yung murderer, di ba?
Correct.
Yung si Atong Ang womanizer.
Galing na yan kay Rowena Guanzon Kung sasabihin nyo na babaero itong si former President Duterte, iba yung yung mamamatay tao. Grabe na yan. Ngayon, hindi naman yan dinideny ng mga Duterte. Di ba? Sinabi na yan, hindi man tama yan, pero yan talaga yung weakness ng mga lalaki weakness yan ni Tatay Digong
Womanizer. Sabi nila. Di ba? I'm not concluding anything, no? Basta he said he's a lover boy. But is he a murderer?
Correct.
That's a question.
Point taken. But yung mga womanizer, ako naman, I would like to admit that I am. No? Pero nicer to the women. Pero not the yun ay sa akin. Ayan.
Bakit po kayo naging DDS? Hindi po ako DDS. Kakamping po ako, di ba? I'm really left of center.
Ito na ang issue na merong nagtanong kay Guanzon, ano ka ba talaga? DDS ka o kakamping ka? Heto na yung mga sagot ninyo, mga sir. Mga kakamping, huwag kayong iiyak dito Huwag kayong iiyak Inaabi naman talaga ni Rowena Guanzon na hindi siya DDS. Heto yung sagot.
So yung mga DDS, they're originally pro-Duterte. Alright? And then they represent Duterte's principles, right? So, hindi po ako DDS. Kaya lang, love ako ng mga DDS.
Correct, di ba? Kasi po, ang nagugustuhan ng mga DDS sa kay Rowena Guanzon, kasi po, consistent siya. Binabanatan niya ang mga Marcos. Noong time na kaming mga DDS sumusuporta pa dito kay Bongbong Marcos, galit kami kay Rowena Guanzon. By the time na na-realize naming lahat na nabudol kami nitong administrasyong itong Bongbong Marcos, sabi naming mga DDS, tama pala si Rowena Guanzon. Kaya pala galit na galit itong si Rowena Guanzon sa Marcos. Sabi nga ng mga DDS na kagaya ko, I feel what Rowena Guanzon had feel before. Okay? Kaya pala, na-realize namin, kaya pala galit siya sa mga Marcos. Oh. Yun ang na-realize namin eh. Okay? So, love siya ng mga DDS kasi siya yung reason na pa-realize niya kaming mga DDS na she's been there, done that. Okay? Matagal na siyang galit sa mga Marcos. Kasi alam niya ang mga Marcos mambubudol. Masarap sa ano? What do I mean mambubudol ha? Masarap sa kung ano yung mga sinasabi pero hindi naman talaga ginagawa. So tama yung sinabi niya, sinungaling. Tama yung sinabi ni Leni Robredo, sinungaling. Si Marcos.
It doesn't make me DDS kung if they like me, di ba? They vote for me
That's right,
or
that's
they comment ganyan. Kasi ako, I'm really left of center. Ever since high school, di ba? I was in UP. Barkada ko yung si Lisa Masa ng Gabriela,
okay,
di ba?
yeah.
My political ideological beliefs are different, no? Atin ang West Philippine Sea, di ba?
Correct. Yan ang lagi nilang ibinabato sa mga DDS eh. Ito mga kakampink na mga pinklawan na ito, mga loyalista na ito, sasabihin yan, mga DDS, mga pro-China yan, pro-China. No! That's a wrong narrative na binibuild up ninyo. Sinisiraan nyo lang ang mga DDS. The truth of the matter is, ang mga DDS is pro-Philippines. Ayaw namin na kunin ng kahit sinong bansa ang West Philippine Sea o South China Sea. Okay? Ayaw namin. Pero, anti-war kami. Ayaw namin ng giyera. Ayaw namin ng ginagawa ng Marcos administration na pinapainit ang relasyon natin sa China. Wala tayong makukuha dyan. Utak-utak rin Gibo. Utak-utak rin Bongbong Marcos. It's the wrong strategy. Because for now, kung hindi natin kaya makipag-gyeras din sa China na yan, nga tayo. Wala tayong magawa. The best thing you can do is to make friends with China and then hati muna tayo dyan kung anong makuha nating resources. Pero kung pag-uusapan natin kung kanino yan, wag muna. It's not the right time to argue with that yung buwesit na dagat na yan. Ha? It's not the right time. Mamaya na lang tayo makipag-usap ng kanino yan. Kung meron na tayo, pagagandahin muna natin ang mga sandata natin sa itong military natin. Kung makipagbakbakan tayo dito sa China, siguro nga, 1 week lang nga, sunog tayo lahat. Iba ating Buti kung itong mga loyalista at mga dilawan na ito, kayo yung mauna doon, di ba? Galit niya ko eh.
I
okay.
stand for
Yun na yan.
that UN arbitral ruling, di ba?
Correct.
I do not like the incursion of China, di ba? And well, Digong represents a friendly stance to China,
With China.
di ba? And
Right.
so that's what the DDS represent. But to my pleasant surprise, I've been to Cebu and Davao. Yung mga DDS are very, welcome nila ang mga taong hindi DDS.
Okay.
So, para sa kanila,
So they're balanced, more balanced there.
yeah, because I also deal with professionals.
Yeah.
I don't really,
Yes.
I don't really talk to, di ba,
Then-
yung... Hindi, it's okay.
Yeah,
but, I don't really go out and,
Right.
in a foreign country, like Davao. I don't
Right.
really go out there. And I get to meet people in groups and they're mostly professionals. So, mali po yung tingin nyo na DDS ako kasi hindi ko binabanatan si Sara Duterte. Pero,
Yan,
you
okay.
have to appreciate that.
Kasi, realistic na pagkababae itong si Ma'am Rowena Guanzon eh. Alam niya na si VP Sara wala namang ginawang kasinungalingan. Okay? So, bakit niya babatikusin ang isang leader na matino namang nagtatrabaho? Pero, na-realize natin ng mga DDS na si Rowena Guanzon pala was been there, done that, na pala siya kay Bongbong Marcos. Kaya nagtataka tayo noon na bakit galit na galit ito kay Bongbong Marcos. Yun pala. Kaya ko yan na-realize. Sinungaling eh.
I'm really consistent. Anti-Marcos po talaga ako.
Oh.
Since I was 13 years old, pangalawang Marcos na po ako eh. Wag naman po sana pangatlo. 67 na ako eh. Never again.
Never.
Okay.
Never again to Marcos. Yan ang sabi niya. Since noon pa, anti-Marcos na itong si Rowena Guanzon. 'Di ba? Hanggang ngayon, pangalawang Marcos, anti-Marcos pa rin siya. Sana naman wag pangatlo. Maawa na tayo sa ating bansa, 'di ba? Grabe nang ginawa ng mga Marcos. Kawawa ang bayan natin.
Ilang water cannon ang tumama sa akin dyan sa
dinaanan
kay
yung
Ferdinand
ano,
Marcos na regime, ha? When I was campaigning against Marcos for Lenny, sinabi ko, pag nanalo si Marcos, hindi na yan aalis.
Hindi na
It's
aalis.
going to be a dynasty all over again.
Imagine that one. Ganyan sila kagahaman sa kapangyarihan.
Right? So, I'm consistent, anti-Marcos. And so the DDS, they like that. Right? But this,
I think for everyone, consistency.
Yeah, but
consistency.
Kasi po, ang DDS noon, baka nakalimutan nyo ha, kaya nag-rise up again ang mga Marcos. It's because of sa mga Duterte. Because binibuild up ni Duterte si Marcos Sr., not the Junior ha. Si Duterte, hindi po siya believe sa mga ni Marcos Jr. Noong panahong presidente pa itong si Tatay Digong, ang binibuild up niya, kasi yun naman talaga ang reality eh. Magaling naman yung panahon ni Marcos Sr. It's just that, gahaman rin sa kapangyarihan yung taong yun eh. Pero, magaling naman siyang, in fairness to Marcos Sr. naman, no, sa pagkakaalam ko sa aking mga kakilala ko, mga titas ko noon, yung mga sa parents ko, si Marcos raw, no, di umano, magaling siya sa ekonomiya. No? At marunong. Near from style ni Tatay Digong when it comes to diskarte. Okay, si Marcos Senior. Ang kaibahan ni Marcos Senior at ni Marcos Junior, itong Marcos ngayon, bangag. Nung noon, hindi bangag eh. Hindi ko lang alam ha, pero hindi yun bangag. So, you can already, may assurance ka na hindi bangag yung pag-iisip ng Marcos Senior. Pero yung ngayon, medyo may kabangagan yung pag-iisip eh. Di ba? Sana na-gets nyo ang point ko ha.
Everything is,
but these
very
mga
important.
makikitid na mga tao kasi, they have small minds eh. Hanggang dun lang sila eh. Black or white. Alam nyo, ay hindi kayo mananalo pag ganyan lagi iniisip nyo.
Correct.
And you know that ako ay basta anti-Marcos ako kasi nakita ko na, lalo na ngayon after 3 years, na wala talagang magandang patutunguhan. Our country is not getting, progressing. It's getting worse under Bongbong Marcos.
Nagkakaroon
Because
ng
Ato Ang was a Duterte guy, right?
Paulit na yan. Okay? So, yun po ang pahayag ni Attorney Rowena Guanzon at kitang-kita nyo at tama tayo sa kung ano yung opinion natin patungkol sa view natin kay Marcos, yun rin ang view ni Rowena Guanzon. Huwag na tayong magpaligoy-ligoy pa. 'Di ba? Let's face the reality. Marcos, hindi mo kaya maging presidente. Let's face it, 'di ba? Yun ang katotohanan. I really humahanga talaga ako dito kay Rowena Guanzon kasi smart eh. Smart at the same time direct to the point at meron po siyang common sense, no? Madali naman yan pero sa mga loyalista, yung nanatiling loyalista after all what happened, nung nanatiling loyalista, mga yun, I'm sorry to tell you this ha, pasensya na po kayo, kayo yung mga bobo. Oh, totoo lang. Mahina dito, no? Hindi na, I cannot blame sa inyo kasi ganyan lang talaga ang utak nyo. Yan lang talaga ang kaya ninyo. Okay? You will never understand why we hate the Marcos administration o itong si BBM. You will never understand. Patuloy kayong maging ganyan, makisupport kay Bongbong Marcos kasi may tinatawag po tayong merong mambubudol at meron itong nagpabudol. Okay? Dalawa lang yan eh. If you belong, kasi nabudol na kami at na-realize namin siyempre, smart kami. Sabi, okay. Mali kami. Marunong kaming mag-accept ng kamalian at we don't tend to repeat same mistake. Yung mga loyalistang nananatili, wala na. Sarado ang isip, hindi mo na pwedeng lagyan kasi yan lang ang kaya nila. Sayang, no? Pero yan ang dahilan kaya hindi tayo aasenso yung bansa natin. Okay? So guys, I hope you enjoy our discussion today, no? Maraming salamat at mag-comment at mag-react sa mga pinag-usapan natin at usap-usap tayo sa comment section, okay? Guys, i-like at saka i-share itong video na ito para kakalat ito sa taong bayan. And sa mga bago pa lang dito sa akin channel, mag-subscribe na po kayo. Libre lang ang subscription. Libre lang talaga yan, okay? So, see you in my next video. Have a great day. Have a great night. God bless po sa ating lahat. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas and God save the Philippines. Bye-bye!